share a quiet room, breathing in the afternoon. Fingers trace the carved oak grain, washing away the weary rain. A sleeping corgi at my feet. Here, the passing hours are sweet. The world outside can gently fade in this sanctuary we have made, this haven of ticking clocks. Sanding the edges of yesterday, letting the shadows softly sway. A quiet mind, a steady hand. The world outside can gently fade, where the broken pieces are remade, this haven of ticking clocks. A single candle's orange glow, melting the rush, taking it slow. No distant shores to wander now, this haven of ticking clocks. I am home, safe and sound. A copper lamp begins to bloom, chasing shadows from the room. The parchment drinks the twilight sky. Fingers fold the heavy page, a quiet dance with softening age. The scent of leather, warm and deep, while the windy city goes to sleep. We let the rushing river go, and watch the embers burning slow. Here in the corner of fading gold. fading gold. The story rests, beautifully told. A copper lamp begins to bloom, chasing shadows from the room. The parchment drinks the twilight sky. Fingers fold the heavy page, a quiet dance with softening age. The scent of leather, warm and deep, while the windy city goes to sleep. We let the rushing river go and watch the embers burning slow, here in the corner of fading gold. A drop of ink, a steady line, tethering the hands of time. The rustling leaves against the glass. We let the rushing river go, where the sweetest memories softly flow, here in the corner of fading gold. The glowing copper gently guides, where the peaceful heart resides. Just a breath, a silent vow, here in the corner of fading gold. A copper lamp begins to bloom, chasing shadows from the room. The parchment drinks the twilight sky. Fingers fold the heavy page, a quiet dance with softening age. The scent of leather, warm and deep, while the windy city goes to sleep. Shades of terracotta gold, a heavy breath escapes the door. Fingers turn a brassy key, winding up the memory. The little gears begin to slow, letting all the rushing go. We leave the heavy world behind, unraveling the tangled mind, safe within the gallery of silent hours. A stained glass shadow on the floor. I do not need to wonder more. The weight of yesterday is gone. We leave the heavy world behind, where broken threads are realigned, safe within the gallery of silent hours. An amber beam begins to rise, catching peace inside my eyes. Nothing left to hold so tight. Safe within the gallery of silent hours. Just the dust and the fading light. A velvet box lined with green, holding moments quite unseen. The golden hands begin to crawl. Fingers polish the tarnished brass, watching the silent shadows pass. A pocket watch that ticks so slow, teaching the heart to let it go. The rushing world will have to wait beyond the rusted iron gate. Here in the cradle of ancient brass, with names of long ago, where the quiet rivers flow. No need to run, no need to hide. The rushing world will have to wait. No need to fear the hands of fate. Here in the cradle of ancient brass. A flickering candle, warm and bright, guiding the soul into the night. A steady rhythm, calm and deep. Here in the cradle of ancient brass. The quiet hours gently pass. Above the clouds of silver gray, the little town begins to sway. A wooden sign begins to spin. Fingers fold the paper bright, catching stars from out the night. A lantern glowing softly blue, waiting for a dream from you. Where the sky and ocean meet, down the quiet cobbled street, in the shop of glowing glass. Painted moons and painted suns, where the quiet magic runs, tying strings of golden thread. Where the sky and ocean meet, making weary moments sweet, in the shop of glowing glass. An orange flame begins to rise, reflecting in the quiet skies. A beacon in the floating night. The sky is drinking elderberry wine. Shadows stretch in a long, slow line. The kettle hums a low and steady tune. Fingers stir the honey in the cup, watching where the golden steam goes up. A silver spoon, a gentle rhythmic clink, while the sun begins to slowly blink. The world is quiet in the amber alcove, nested in the memories that we wove. Just a breath, a silent summer glow. Tracing patterns on the window pane, listening to the whispers of the rain. The dust is settling on the wooden floor. The world is quiet in the amber alcove, safe within the sanctuary of our love. Just a breath, a silent summer glow. One orange leaf dancing on the sill, while the racing pulses standing still. Everything is exactly as it should be. In the amber alcove, we are free. within the clockwork sunset, memories we haven't lost yet, drifting on the dust of falling stars. A porcelain moon upon the shelf, a story told only to myself. The indigo ink begins to dry. Caught within the clockwork sunset, everything is quiet, and yet we drift on the dust of falling stars. A lantern glows in orange hue, the only path that leads to you, across the bridge of silver sighs. Drifting on the dust of falling stars. The sun forgets to say goodbye. A golden sliver on the wall, where the evening shadows fall. The kettle hums a low, sweet song. Fingers turn the yellowed page, a gentle dance with softening age. A sleeping corgi by the fire. Peace is all that I desire. In the velvet afternoon we stay, while the busy world just drifts away. Caught in the velvet afternoon. Dust soft motes dancing in the beam, lost within a waking dream. The clock is ticking, soft and slow. In the velvet afternoon we stay, where the broken pieces find their way, caught in the velvet afternoon. A single lamp, a pool of light, warding off the coming night, safe within this quiet place. In the velvet afternoon, finally home, finding grace. A thread of silk, a silver light, mending the edges of the night. The teapot hums a low, sweet song. Fingers guide the steady line through the lace of ancient time. A sleeping corgi at my feet, while the rain and garden meet. In the attic of velvet sighs, underneath the indigo skies, we find the stitches of the soul. A porcelain bowl of summer plums, where the quiet spirit hums. Everything is whole again. In the attic of velvet sighs, where the heavy world just dies, we find the stitches of the soul. A single needle, bright and fine, turning shadows into wine, holding fast the golden now. In the attic of velvet sighs, safe within the quiet fold. steam begins to curl and rise, like secrets whispered to the skies. A copper kettle, warm and bright. Fingers trace the porcelain rim as the afternoon starts to dim. A sleeping corgi by the door, shadows dancing on the floor. We let the ticking clock unwind, leaving the heavy world behind. Here in the copper kettle refuge. Polishing a silver spoon underneath the ghost of a moon. The dust is settling like a prayer. We let the ticking clock unwind, where the tired soul is realigned. Here in the copper kettle refuge. A match strikes an orange spark, chasing away the quiet dark. The tea is steeped in golden light, here in the copper kettle refuge. The world is finally softly right. The stairs creak a familiar song, where the dust and dreams belong. Indigo shadows start to bloom in the corner of the room. Fingers smooth a tattered map, a quiet nap in the twilight's lap. A small bow twitches in a dream by the kettle's silver steam. We leave the heavy years behind, the indigo attic peace of mind, caught in the fold of a golden hour. Tying knots in silver string, whatever tomorrow wants to bring. The world is small, the world is still. We leave the heavy years behind, where the broken threads are realigned. The indigo attic, peace of mind. A single lamp in orange glow, watching the rushing river slow. Nothing left to prove tonight. The indigo attic, safe in the fading light. A single leaf drifts in the cup, watching the steam spiraling up. The afternoon is a ghost in the hall. Fingers let go of a faded silk tie, watching the heavy clouds pass by. A sleeping corgi dreaming of sun, while the work of the day is finally done. In the echo of a tea leaf we remain, safe from the reach of the winter rain, tethered to nothing but the glow. Porcelain saucer, a chip on the side, nowhere to run and nothing to hide. The clock on the mantel is standing still. In the echo of a tea leaf we remain, letting the memory soften the pain, tethered to nothing but the glow. A flickering flame in an orange hue, melting away what I thought I knew. Just the silence and the brewing time. In the echo of a tea leaf, I am finally quietly mine. touch the silver frame of a face without a name, a sleeping corgi by the chair, while pieces floating in the air. In the anti-glass reflection we stay, watching the light of the long day fade away, caught in the beauty of the quiet now. A lace doily on the cherry wood, understanding what is good. The racing world is out of sight. In the anti-glass reflection we stay, where the weary heart finds its way, caught in the beauty of the quiet now. A single lamp with an orange glow, mending the rush, taking it slow, safe inside this hallowed room. In the empty glass reflection, I am home amidst the bloom. Motes of dust in a golden beam, dancing like a waking dream. The clock is ticking, soft and slow. Fingers trace a weathered stone, a quiet peace I've always known. A corgi curls beside the door, shadow stretching on the floor. In the sunlit dust dance we stay, letting the rush of the world fade away, caught in the glow of the sweet afternoon. A porcelain bowl of summer lace, a quiet smile upon my face. The day is leaning toward the night. In the sunlit dust dance we stay, where the tired soul finds its way, caught in the glow of the sweet afternoon. single lamp with an orange hue, mending what the day broke through, safe inside this amber light. In the sunlit dust dance, I am resting in the light. A needle trembling on the north, where the quiet winds set forth. The ink is fading on the map. Fingers guide the brassy ring. A heavy heart begins to sing. A corgi dozing on the rug, wrapped inside a winter hug. In the map of quiet stars we find the tangled paths we left behind, guided by the needle's silver glow. A porcelain dish of dried rose, where the ancient river flows. The storm is over for the night. In the map of quiet stars we find the peace that we were meant to bind, guided by the needle's silver glow. A single candle's orange light, flickering against the white. Every turn has led me home. In the map of quiet stars, no more need for us to roam. Honeyed light upon the floor, trailing shadows past the door. The day is breathing soft and low. the heart has told. A corgi sighs beside my feet, while the rain and silence meet. In the gilded nook we find our rest, like a bird within a hidden nest, wrapped in the glow of the quiet now. A silver thimble on the lace, a quiet peace upon this place. The rushing world is far away. In the gilded nook we find our rest, where the tired soul is truly blessed, wrapped in the glow of the quiet now. A single lamp with an orange flame, calling every memory by its name. Safe inside this amber light. In the gilded nook we are ready for the night. Copper gears in a silent hum, waiting for the stars to come. The kettle sings a silver thread. Fingers touch the carved oak frame, a memory without a name. A corgi sighs in rhythmic sleep, while the evening shadows creep. In the velvet clockwork of the day, the heavy world just drifts away, caught in the swing of the quiet light. A porcelain cup of amber tea, setting every worry free. The dust is dancing in the air. In the velvet clockwork of single candle's orange glow, watching the rushing river slow. Nothing left to prove tonight. In the velvet clockwork, resting in the fading light. A saucer of clouds, a silver spoon, waking the ghosts of the afternoon. The tea is a river of lavender light. Fingers polish the porcelain bird, the softest song you've ever heard. A corgi dozes a golden ball while peace is painting the garden wall. Within the heartbeat of the hearth, far from the heavy weary path, we are drifting in a porcelain lullaby. A lace of frost upon the glass, watching the velvet seasons pass. The world is a whisper, the world is still. Within the heartbeat of the hearth, finding the magic in the path, we are drifting in a porcelain lullaby. A single lantern, an orange star, healing the place where the shadows are. Everything is whole, right here, right now, in the porcelain lullaby. The sky is taking the silent bow. A pattern etched in ancient grain, washing away the winter rain. The tea is a a pool of amber light. Fingers trace a spiral vine, touching the pulse of frozen time. A corgi curls by the heavy leg, nothing left to ask or beg. In the carved oak silence we stay, while the heavy world just drifts away, caught in the glow of the quiet now. A silver thimble on the wood, understanding what is good. The racing heart is standing still. In the carved oak silence we stay, where the tired soul finds its way, caught in the glow of the quiet now. A single lamp with an orange flame, calling every shadow by its name, safe inside this hallowed room. In the carved oak silence, I am home amidst the bloom. The garden gate is left ajar, beneath a single silver star. The wind is singing low and sweet. Fingers untie the silken knot of every battle that I fought. A corgi resting on the grass, watching the heavy shadows pass. In the whisper of the unbound we rise, weightless under the violet skies, safe within the quiet of the soul. porcelain bowl of white jasmine, where the new day begins to spin. The world is open, wide and clear. In the whisper of the unbound we rise, letting go of the heavy ties, safe within the quiet of the soul. A single lantern, an orange flame, leaving behind the fear and shame. Just the breath